The Institute has just issued my new estimates of what I call fundamental equilibrium exchange rates. We've been doing this since 2008, and these are the level the currency would have to move to keep the trade surplus from getting too large for China or the trade deficit from getting too small for the United States. It turns out that this time the big countries all are right about at their equilibrium exchange rates. The Euro area, the United States, China, Japan. That's because their imbalances are within this plus or minus 3% of GDP limit. Now, the result for Japan is a surprise in some sense because they had about a 25% depreciation in the last couple of years. And even though there's some export increase and import reduction in the pipeline still to come from that, their surplus is not going to get back above 3% of GDP. So a new result in this round is that the Japanese yen is also at the right level. It's important to realize that these currencies were much further from appropriate levels some years ago when China had a surplus of 10% of GDP. The United States had a deficit of 6% of GDP. In 2008, when we started this, the Chinese currency was undervalued by almost 20%. And the US dollar was overvalued by about 10%. So there's been a lot of improvement in reducing these global imbalances. That being said, there are those who argue that China should not have a surplus at all, that they should have a zero trade balance, and that therefore they're still undervalued. I don't adopt that view because I don't think we've had international commitments to that kind of basically a floating exchange regime. The only other result of the new estimates I'd indicate is that there are several countries which continue a pattern of chronic imbalances, whether it's a overvalued currency as in South Africa or now Brazil, or an undervalued currency in Singapore, Switzerland, and some of these imbalances continue. Thank you.